This is a video about the time me, Mary and our buddy Lawrence foolishly found ourselves in the elite start at the Krabi Half Marathon thanks to a quirk in entry criteria that let absolute chancers like us qualify as elite. The problem is, we were surrounded by actual elites and spent the race having our asses handed to us. Still, it was fun, if you like that kind of thing. And here's how it started. So, two things to tell you. First thing is, we're just about to fly to Krabi to run in a half marathon for the weekend, which is nothing really out of the normal.
It's quite exciting.
Second thing is, somehow, we've managed to get into the elite entry start, which is comical in itself. I think we need to see how this goes.
Oh no.
And we're here in Krabi. So we probably should explain a little bit more about the elite start. We've just been to the elite athlete briefing, which was a revelation in itself. And what we've realized is when you are classified as elite, which by the way, we're not, we're just in the elite category somehow with the times that we have.
We just qualified with the times they asked for.
Yeah, we don't qualify for any age group trophies, anything. Yeah. So we're just going to treat this as a training run and a bit of fun, and wow, we're being treated like elites even if we're not. Let's get our bibs. And as much as it's exciting that we're here in Krabi the day before the race, you're not here for that, you're here for the race. Let's take you to the race. This is the elite start. There's only about 7 of us, and then the hoi polloi back there.
How are you today?
This is so weird. So 5k in at 19:32. I'm managing to keep my heart rate under control a bit better this time. Still feels hard, so I'm not going to speak for long, but yeah, I'm all right with this. Kind of, it's just spiked it a bit, but I'm mid zone 3, which is my tempo zone. I'm just guarding against that time when the heart rate spikes because it gets so hot. So let's see what happens. Not too bad so far.
5k in. Went through 5k in about 22:30, just over. Good start, just trying to keep a lid on it, keep my powder dry as Ben would say. A few ups and downs, so trying to make use of the variety and look forward to the downs. Coming up towards 10k, eased off the pace a bit because it's quite hilly. And I'm feeling like I might be getting a stitch, but not sure. Enjoying the feeling, even though it might not look like it. Uphill coming soon as well. This is uphill, but there's more, so just having a gel, check in around 15, I think. But half marathon races are hard work, fact.
It's been quite hard to film because we've been going uphill, so I've left it to, we're at about 11.4 kilometers. Went through the 10k in about 39:30, which I'm alright with because it's a little bit hilly, a bit hot. Went through the half in about let me think, 41, 42, so maybe on for a 124, but the last 5k are mainly downhill, so might be able to push that a little bit. PB over here is 121, so you know, don't think I'm going to be getting near that, but we'll see what happens. More hills to come first though.
$15k in, just under 110. I'm in the pain cave, but I'm determined to push on. This is the last uphill, I think. Yeah, pace is off. No PB today, but I want to finish knowing I gave it my all. So that's what I'm going to do. See you in a bit.
Woo! That was a punchy segment.
I couldn't film until we started going downhill, so we're just over 16k now. Did about 15k in the hour at 16 now. 5k to go, hopefully mostly downhill as well, so should be able to talk a bit more now. But we've just linked up with the 10k runners. But 18 kilometers in now, 3 to go, and yeah, hopefully pretty much flat from here, so I can push on a bit, running at about 350, 345 per kilometer now, which I think I can manage to the end. Pain is real now, less than 2k to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Okay, that was bad. The last 5k. Got a really bad stitch. So painful for 2.5, 3k. Had to back way up. It was really bad. So, slowed down. Tried to get myself back on track. But now, it's still tight. My tummy. Learned a lot of lessons I'll tell you about later. I'm just gonna finish. Should be around 140. Just under if I can push it. Thank goodness, that's 300.
Oh, look at that. Marlin, I think. I don't know fish, but it's a pretty decent medal. How are you feeling?
All right, yeah, it was kind of frustrating because I was running pretty well and felt quite strong. And then, but I was pushing it, it was hard. And then I thought, oh, I'm on the downhill bit now in the last 5k. So I pushed and I just had a gel and a bit of Pocari Sweat. And then I just cramped so bad in my stomach, like here. It was like that. And it was so painful, I could not. I had to slow right off to like 5 minutes, 10 seconds per kilometre, and it was just like, oh, getting overtaken.
Hey, look! Huh? We got the elephants. Are they elephants? No, they're not elephants. What are they? They're not sharks.
Yeah, it's got a fin.
We don't know what these creatures are, but we just got them for finishing in the top 100. So as we said earlier, we weren't able to qualify for age group because we're elite. But Mary would have finished about 3rd or 4th in your age group. I would have been 2nd in age group. So we would have got a nice little trophy, but as we always say on the channel, it is absolutely not about that. This is about the experience, about the process. We've got bigger fish to fry. Fish? I think this is a fish of some kind. So we move on.
That fish?
The marlin?
Yeah.
Is it a marlin?
Because there's a big statue along the beach.
Okay. Well, look at this. Everyone's on the beach doing their thing. Everyone's having photos at sunrise. It's
Pretty amazing.
7:06. We're going to go back for breakfast and a sleep, and then we will debrief. So it turns out I finished 14th overall, Mary finished 13th female overall. So it's not a bad day considering, like, you know, we struggle in the heat.
Yeah, it's another level running here and not a smooth course, like pretty up and down.
Nothing like walking down the side of a busy road in the roasting sunshine after a race to what does it do to you? Finish you off?
Finish you off.
Yeah.
and now we get to be here in the pool at the hotel, feeling good about the race. From my perspective, the good things were that my heart rate was completely controlled the whole race. I really felt in control. My legs felt like that they were there. It wasn't too hot, so that was quite nice. And, you know, finishing 14th in a field of pretty big hitters, I'm reasonably happy with. Like, I don't think I justified the tag elite, but I will take the fact that I did all right in my age group, because ultimately I'm in the old duffers now. What about you?
Yeah, pretty similar. Like, I'm happy with how it was going, and then the stitch absolutely floored me. So I'm slightly frustrated about that, but it is a really good lesson for Bangkok Marathon, which is the important race. So I've learned a few things about what not to do on that weekend, and that's got to be worth it.
Yeah, it must have felt good to know that your legs were there and it wasn't the legs that hindered you today. So
yeah, the legs were there, the heart rate was there, just like you, so felt pretty strong, and I'm taking the positives.
Absolutely, and it's just a process goal in terms of as part of a bigger picture, and that's the main thing for the both of us.
Yeah.
And if you want another good chuckle at our expense, then you might want to watch this video, which is when I tried to record every kilometre of a half marathon to report back how each kilometre feels at a race. It was our last road race called Cha Am. Pretty disgusting experience.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad race that I couldn't even record. No.
Here we go again.
I was doing that. Yeah, it was a pretty... Yeah, it was...
I knew you weren't going to be able to do it.
I'll try. Of corpse, is that what you call it?
It's called corpsing, yeah.
Yeah, I had an absolutely brutal race, so much so that I could hardly record, but you can see what you think.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed the content, or if you want to learn more about running and yourself and exercise, then consider subscribing to the channel. But as always, no hard sell from us. We'll see you Sunday.